that the deputy governor, being our executive deputy governor of Edo State, who I campaigned for, won my polling units for, and also ensured that my words in the Wonder local government was won for his mandate alongside Governor Senator Monday Okpeolo. It is shocking that at a time like this, when we are supposed to enjoy the benefit of governance and support for government for this current administration, some of us have been battered for our growing popularity. Firstly, I, as a person, have not in any way alleged any individual of being a cultist. Rather, I had come out to say that those persons who are alleging the deputy governor of being a cultist should come out with proof. And when there is none, the deputy governor and the governor should immediately go ahead with their fight against cultism. But I was very shocked that despite my support for the government, despite my obvious criticism on those persons who are calling the deputy governor a cultist, the deputy governor issued a 2-page rebuttal of allegations alleging me of calling him a cultist. My deputy governor, sir, with all due respect, I strongly believe that you are social media oriented and you can actually access my page to listen carefully to those videos.
Emmanuel Aigbogun, they very disappointed despite he don also work for APC. He no gree see reward because of say in talk word, not be so into talker. Apostle Cassie and the rest of them go change the world. Honorable Dennis Idahosa begin the release press statements. For that reason, Emmanuel Aigbogun can debunk those lies. Say not be so into talker. Make I leave una make we listen to Emmanuel Aigbogun and also abeg make una subscribe to my YouTube channel, Edoblog Gist TV.
Firstly, I want to let Edo people know that Apostle Cassie, Ebostone, and their cohorts are the ones who are propelling this falsehood of me against myself, propelling the falsehood that I call the deputy governor a cultist, owing to the fact that they have been threatened with my growing popularity within the APC. I do not see a reason why any right-thinking politician would want to fight my person because they believe I am growing in popularity within the corridors of power. Firstly, I was calling out those persons who are alleging the deputy governor of being a cultist to come out with proof. The videos are very much on my wall for the world to see. But it is surprising to my person that the deputy governor, being our executive deputy governor of Edo State, who I campaigned for, won my polling units for, and also ensured that my words in the Wonder local government was won for his mandate alongside Governor Senator Monday Okpeolo. It is shocking that at a time like this, when we are supposed to enjoy the benefit of governance and support for government for this current administration, some of us have been battered for our growing popularity. Firstly, I, as a person, have not in any way alleged any individual of being a cultist. Rather, I had come out to say that those persons who are alleging the deputy governor of being a cultist should come out with proof. And when there is none, the deputy governor and the governor should immediately go ahead with their fight against cultism. But I was very shocked that despite my support for the government, despite my obvious criticism on those persons who are calling the deputy governor a cultist, the deputy governor issued a 2-page rebuttal of allegations alleging me of calling him a cultist. My deputy governor, sir, with all due respect, I strongly believe that you are social media oriented and you can actually access my page to listen carefully to those videos, particularly the video I did, my last live video before this one. Not only that, I strongly believe that owing to the fact that we are party men, even if you thought that I was alleging you of being a cultist, courtesy demands that you call me as a younger brother and as a party man to verify these allegations. But coming out to address me as someone who has accused you of being a cultist, someone who has also slandered your name where it does not exist, I feel disheartening. I feel perplexed that these weighty allegations that never originated from my person is coming from you. I believe over the years, some of us, even while we were not part of your constituency, had mobilized the NAS community within the University of Benin to support your candidature as the House of Reps member. Apart from the fact that I was supporting Pastor Saige Ezeyamu and you emerged as the deputy governorship candidate to Senator Monday Okpebholo, I don't think there's whenever a time I have campaigned against you. But the moment primaries were over, I think we all dumped it. I campaigned for you. Even to date, my house is still being used as a campaign secretariat to your candidature as deputy governor to Senator Monday Okpebholo. For me, I believe there are better ways you would have handled this situation rather than to make a publication giving credence to what the likes of Apostle Cassie and Aigbogun are doing. Let me say this categorically clear. I have worked for the APC. At the time when I worked for the APC, I do not believe that Apostle Cassie and Aigbogun could have stand the test of time to work for the APC as at then. Till date, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's picture is still being used on my caption as my wallpaper. Till date, I strongly believe that as a party man, there are a lot of avenues that we could have used to address these issues. But what is paining me more is that as the deputy governor of Edo State, one would have believed that your media aides should have been able to ascertain my true position on that matter, because it was a live presentation. It is not something that can be edited. It is not something that can be doctored. It was a live streaming, and we all know what live streaming is all about. You cannot edit a live streaming. So I do not see reasons why your reaction will be based on what Apostle Cassie and Aigbogun has orchestrated, since the state and your administration gave me a nollie prosecution over the false allegations that was used against my person by Osadioge in a trump-up charge against my person in the High Court, alleging me of murder, sin, and what have you. Since I got a nollie prosecution, Apostle Cassie and Aigbogun and his likes, they have done everything humanly possible to discredit my person. Not only me, they have gone as far as insulting the Attorney General, carrying out all forms of callous protests against my person. Even in the case where the investigation revealed that I was not in Edo State at the time of that murder. So for me, I want to believe that as a leader in the party, you should actually look into this matter keenly, with a view to ensuring that people who are innocent of these allegations that they have been forcefully, put out there in the public domain by Apostle Cassie and his co-travelers, I strongly believe that they should be the ones facing this false allegation of calling you a cultist, because they were the ones who actually propelled my statement. But for me, I believe he who must come to equity must come with clean hands. I'm already been informed that the police are already looking for me. As an activist, I believe so much in ensuring that justice, rule of law, is the order of the day. I do not support any form of oppression or illegality. But what pains me more is that this group of persons who have maliciously maligned your name are not the ones you are drawing out. You are drawing me in person. However, if you saw it that I, Emmanuel Aigbogun, did call you a cultist, I want to say this very hour that I never said so. And my live video is very there for anybody to prove, to see and peruse, to understand my statement. Rather, my statement in that video, which I sent to you on your WhatsApp, was that those persons who are alleging you of being a cultist should come out with proof. Otherwise, they should remain mute. So that is my position on this issue. And for those persons who believe that my growing popularity is a threat to them, I do not believe I have sat down or carried out any activity to hinder them from growing within the APC. For crying out loud, since after the governorship election and the swearing in of the governor, I have since retired to my farm to see how one can get greener pastures. Apostle Cassie has even gone as far as saying that I take information from the party to give to the PDP. I do not think since the inception of this government I have visited government house more than twice. But to my greatest surprise, these persons who have been appointee of government, who are currently close to the corridors of power, I do not see a reason why they will continue to see me as a threat. I do not owe them, or I do not fight them. I do not carry out any form of interest that hinder theirs. But I have continuously seen that over time, these persons are no longer comfortable with my person. Rather, what they believe in doing is to see how they can pull me down. The pull me down syndrome, pull Emmanuel Aigbogun down syndrome is what they have always been doing. So for me, I want you to please rewatch that video before you continue with your actions. But as my deputy governor, I want to make it clear to you, sir, that I never said so. And if that is what you have perceived, I want you to please see it as a wrong thought and withdraw whatever actions you intend to carry. But for me, I never said so. Rather, I was calling out those persons who have been mentioning you to be a cultist to come out with proof. And where there is none, they should desist forthwith. And the governor should play deaf ears to them. And those other persons who are within the government who are cultists, the governor should make away with them from the government and try as much as possible to push them out of government so that people will not tag the governor to be supporting one side of cultists against the other. To this end, I want to strongly warn Apostle Cassie. Apostle Cassie, the reason why I'm warning you is not because I cannot take legal actions against you, but I believe that as an activist, I should be open to criticism. But when those criticisms are far from the actual sense of discourse, I believe it is saddled on my person to take legal action. And I'm on this broadcast giving you the next 48 hours to make a refutal to those allegations you doctored. Some of those allegations that you doctored are on your wall, where you said I made mention of the deputy governor, and where you also said that I said this video should be shared till it gets to the deputy governor. I believe all of those things are in your wall, and I want to immediately warn that within 48 hours, if you do not refute and drop those videos, I will have no other choice than to take legal actions against you. Because from what I'm seeing, you guys are bent on tarnishing my growing popularity. My popularity within the APC is not money bought. It is born out of the hard work, consistent support, and dedication to the affairs of our party, the APC. I will not, at this junction, allow some of you who are mischief makers, who are actually scavengers and buccaneers, actually scavenging political parties to see how you can survive. The last time I checked, you were in PDP. You supported Obaseki. You guys only joined the party few weeks to election. I do not see a reason why some of us who came to meet within the APC are now threats to you guys. The moment you guys were mentioned, your Boston was mentioned to be chairman public works and the rest, I did not campaign against you guys. I did not fight you guys. But I don't see a reason why you wake up every now and then to malign my person, to call me all forms of callous names, only to the fact that you feel or you believe I'm a threat to your whatever position you are clamoring for. Let me quickly say, I have given you 48 hours. Failure for you to refute, I believe a lawsuit will slam your door. Having said so, I don't think I will be here to speak so long. Mr. Deputy Governor, sir, I never called you a cultist. Rather, I was calling out those who were calling you a cultist to come out with proof, and failure for them to do so, the governor should give you a deaf ears. For the purpose of clarity, on this my live broadcast, I will quickly want to play a section of that video for you guys to watch.
The land grabbers that I was all out for decided to take it as an avenue to truncate my voice. But thank God at the end of the day, justice has been served. A push from that. Mr. Governor, sir, you must always see it as a point of duty to make sure that those who are whistleblowers who will come out to say, we saw this, what do you call it, for as long as 5 to 6 years. Now, what is the way forward? One would want to ask. My Excellency Governor Monday Opeolu, I want to appeal to you first. There need to be a special court set up to try these cultists and murder cases. Secondly, they need to make the hearing of these cases in an accelerated form, whereby within a space of 1 month or maximum 2 months, offenders and suspects who are seen to have actually committed this crime will be arraigned in courts. Day in, day out, their hearings are taking place, and there's a punishment that follows that is known to the society. That is on one side. Two, the Department of Public Prosecution must have a special team who will be made to prosecute these offenders, according to the fact that over time, legal advices and other forms of prosecution are negatively influenced. I can set myself as an example. I was charged to court for murder, unlawful possession of firearm, promoting native war, arson, and other capital charges, owing to the fact that I was only a critic of the government and I was standing with the APC. Nothing else. And agents of Osadioke, who were land grabbers that I was called out for, decided to take it as an avenue to get my voice. But thank God at the end of the day, justice has been served. A push from that. Mr. Governor, sir, you must always see it as a point of duty to make sure that those who are whistleblowers who will come out to say, we saw these XYZ persons shooting and killing in the name of court, they will be given some level of enumeration as a way of, like call it, grants, or as a way of pledge, or as a way of, what's it called, bounty, for giving out information of this person. Because in any society where somebody was killed, a group of persons were at the corner looking at those persons who were actually killed. Some of them are natives of that society. Some of them are indigenous of that community. So people saw who killed. But the problem is that those people do not feel protected to come out and give government information because of the complex nature of our society, which is not the discussion for today. But in the other hand, those persons who will be courageous enough to come out to give government the actual information, they should be made to enjoy from the security votes of Mr. Governor. Only to the fact that the governor has demonstrated a high level of seriousness towards eradicating this menace of killing, which I strongly commend the governor for. Mr. Governor, having said this, I would want to conclude on this my advice to you, which is a very strong one. You have to desist from associating with these politicians who are cultists. The reason is this: for some of us who are very connected to the push radio in the streets, we can gladly tell you that your intentions to polish the arena yesterday have been perceived as an action that was supported by your deputy, which has made it not to show itself before any demolition exercise that you have gone to monitor in recent days. And for some of us who believe that allegations of your deputy and other few persons around your government who they suspect to be cultists, they should come out heavy to show the evidences if they have any. But if they don't have any, if you know that these persons are close to you in government and they will truncate this exercise, you have to distance yourself from them. I do not know why these cult groups try to whip up sentiments all the time. But for me, I want to strongly say, for those persons who the society and the public know that are members of this cult group that are appointees of government, government should find a way to make a way of them. Because at the end of the day, with or without them, the government must exist, government must strive, and government must deliver.
So that is it. I just wanted that particular caption of what I said because you heard me very well. I said, for those of us who are close to the Bush radio, we are saying that for those persons who are alleging the deputy governor of being a cultist, they should come out with proof. And if there is none, the governor should forget and move ahead with his fight against cultism. So I do not see how this amounts to calling our deputy governor a cultist. Once again, I want to strongly say, I believe that there are a lot of things and ways we can go about ensuring that cultism is called to an end in Edo. I don't believe that for some of us who have fought tirelessly for this our party, this is the right way for us to be treated. Once again, I remain no other person than yours, Noble Rider activist. Please do me a favor by joining my live broadcast tomorrow morning, where I'll be expatiating more on this issue. I am so soaked in malaria, and I think by tomorrow morning I'll be a little bit stronger to speak very well. I didn't want to disappoint my viewers out there because I told them I'll be coming up live by 9 p.m. So once again, I want to appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have heard. Please, if you know you are truly my follower, I want you to go to the Deputy Governor's wall and write to him that I never said such. Thank you and bye for now.